Welcome to today's webinar titled Navigating Your Career with ND Alumni Tools, Resources, and Services. This is part of the Clear-Sighted Career online learning series that's brought to you by the Alumni Association. My name is Sharon Keane. I serve as Director of Professional and Academic Programs here at the Alumni Association, and I'm joined by Annie Duffy, who is the Career Advisor to Notre Dame Alumni. Together, we're going to provide you with a virtual tour of the Career and Professional Services section of the My Notre Dame website. So components of today's webinar include the hands-on guided tour, polling questions, and Q&A. So be thinking of what your questions might be. Please know that the webinar today is being recorded and it will be available on My Notre Dame website. It'll be under Connect and in the Multimedia Resources section behind the login there. So I want to begin today by asking you a polling question. And that question is, have you utilized the My Notre Dame Career and Professional Services? Yes or no? Please utilize that on your screen. You'll see the question right there. So it seems about 2/3 of our participants today are familiar and have used these services. Wonderful. And a third, this will be new. So that's wonderful. So I want to begin by sharing with you a bit about our team and who we are and what we do. In my role, I provide strategic direction and oversight of career and professional development services that we offer to our alumni. And our aim in doing that is to provide lifelong learning opportunities that our alumni experience either on campus, in community, online, or in combination of those three. I'm a 1984 graduate of Notre Dame, and I worked in the Mendoza College of Business for 11 years in the Executive Education Department. My colleague on the line today, Annie Duffy, serves as our career advisor, and she's a certified professional resume writer. Annie is a 2006 Notre Dame grad who earned a degree in marketing from the Mendoza College of Business. And she worked in the Alumni Association directing the clubs and their activities for 3+ years before she transitioned into her current role last summer. And in Annie's role as career advisor, she works one-on-one with our alumni as they explore career options. They're seeking opportunities to connect with other alumni or any kind of transition in a professional capacity. So she provides these very customized job search strategies. She demonstrates the tools as we're doing today. And a top request is reviewing and critiquing resumes and cover letters. And the two of us are joined by Bob Plain, who serves as our career coach. He's a certified and experienced career coach who draws upon his business and education experiences to serve our alumni through his coaching practice. And he graduated in 1969. So together we're the professional programs team. And today, some of the topics that we're going to cover include the advising and coaching services that we provide. Also, we're going to include in our tour today the alumni networking tools that we have available. That's going to be followed by the job board and some of its key features. We have a fairly new ethics in action blog that we want to tell you about. And finally, we are building a multimedia resources online library, and we're going to share some of the components there. So altogether, you will, at the end of this 30 minutes, have a better sense of our resources, tools, and services, and where to find them on My Notre Dame. So with that, I'm going to ask Annie to begin the tour.
Thank you, Sharon, and thank you all again very much for joining today. As Sharon mentioned, we'll begin by walking through the homepage of the Career and Professional Services website just over to the right of your screen. To adjust this section of the page to full screen mode for a larger view, please feel free to click the small box with the 4 arrows pointing outward located in the upper right-hand corner of the screen share box. One of the first things that you'll notice here is the Connect with an Advisor button in the center of the page. This button brings you to our advising and coaching section of the website, which allows you to not only view all of the resources we provide, but also provide you with access to our Career Services Inquiry Form so that you're able to provide us in detail the services that you're seeking and a little bit about your background and experience. This form, which is sent directly to my email inbox, allows us to determine which services and resources will be most beneficial to you, who on our team is best suited to provide support, and it allows us to most effectively prepare for our upcoming one-on-one conversation. If we go back to the Advising and Coaching section and scroll below, you'll also be able to view in detail each of the services that we provide exclusively to our alumni who have graduated 1 year ago or later. All current students and undergrad alums who have graduated less than 1 year ago are provided support through the Career Center, while all MBA and law school alumni are provided professional development services through their respective schools. Now, this section, as well as each of the tools and resources on My Notre Dame, are available to alumni 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. As you can see in this section, we have a wide variety of networking resources, tools to explore career fields, job search strategies, ways to research companies, as well as comprehensive resume and cover letter reviews, interview tips, free career coaching services, and the opportunity to connect with industry specialists. Each of these are presented individually to our alumni based on their specific needs, where they are in their career, and their overall career goals. As Sharon mentioned, our top requests currently include resume and cover letter reviews, as well as how to network and connect with fellow alumni in specific companies, industries, and/or positions, and general overviews of what resources and tools are available to our alumni on this site, as well as the overall My Notre Dame website. Since networking support is such a highly requested service, we wanted to spend just a few minutes sharing with you some of the strongest tools and resources that we have for connecting ND alumni and pointing you to where each are located. The first way to find Notre Dame alums in specific companies, industries, and even certain positions is through the My Notre Dame alumni directories. Our simple and advanced search directories can be found by linking to My Notre Dame, hovering over the Connect button at the top horizontal toolbar, and then clicking Alumni Directory, which is listed first in the dropdown. This brings you to the directory search homepage, where you'll be able to search by portions of first and last name, as well as class year and even residence hall. Now, if you don't have an alum's first and last name, you can also search through a huge number of other criteria by linking to the Advanced Directory Search, which is located just above the Simple Search criteria. Here, you can scroll to the middle of the page and search through criteria including fields such as name of primary employer, job title, profession, field of specialty, work city, state, country, work Notre Dame club. And then when you've completed your searches, you'll notice that the vast majority of our alumni have their personal email addresses listed right in their profiles. Since the directory is exclusively for alumni use, and this information is not open to the general public, almost all alums list their contact information here, and you are certainly encouraged to use it to reach out. Other networking tools available exclusively for Notre Dame alums include the Notre Dame Alumni Network located within LinkedIn. This can be found by opening LinkedIn and simply typing in Notre Dame Alumni Network in the LinkedIn search bar at the top of the page. Here, you can connect and speak with over 36,000 alums, search for jobs posted by fellow ND alumni, and join any of the 9 subgroups that have been created for all of our alums. You can also visit linkedin.com/alumni to search through every single alum that's listed on LinkedIn that also has Notre Dame education section of their profile, which you can see here totals just over 66,000 alumni. Once again, each of these tools are exclusively for our alums. We also encourage you to reach out to your local clubs as well, as many often have networking events and resources specifically for their cities. To find your club's website, simply go back to My Notre Dame and click Clubs directly under the Alumni Directory button on the left-hand navigation bar. Also check out LinkedIn and Facebook to see if your club has a presence on each of those, as some clubs are more active in certain areas of social media. And finally, we also encourage you to combine all of these tools while researching companies. The NDA offers invaluable company research tools free of charge, including Business Insights Essentials, which is a comprehensive database providing in-depth company profiles and industry intelligence. Here, you can find anything from financial reports, company comparison charts, organizational history, and so much more, all through your My Notre Dame user ID and password. And if you're looking to connect with an industry specialist for specific industry questions or educational information for networking purposes, or simply just for industry advice, we have a comprehensive list of contacts that I can use to connect you with a specific individual in that field. And before I turn it back over to Sharon, I wanted to finish off by taking just a few minutes to also walk you through our NDAA job board and each of the features that are offered through it, which you may not be aware of. First, you'll want to click Job Board back on this left-hand navigation menu. Then, on the next page, we'll want to click Access the NDAA Job Board. And then in this section, not only will you be able to search through over 100 different jobs, but you'll also be able to post your resume for fellow alumni and employers to view, post jobs for your organization, and search for candidates through the alumni database. The NDAA job board is extremely active, with anywhere between 20 and upwards of 40 or so jobs posted every week. You can find a summary below of all posted within the last 30 days, and if you click Search Job Postings, you'll see that at the moment we have 129 jobs listed. Now, keep in mind that the only people who have access to review these jobs are alumni, and the only people who are able to post them are fellow alums, as well as just a few companies that the university partners closely with for recruiting efforts. Each and every one has specifically expressed interest in hiring our Notre Dame alumni. It's also important to note that these jobs are all very fresh. Each one that's posted defaults to being listed for 30 days. If it's been up for longer than 30 days, the individual who posted it has had to log in and manually adjust the date before expiration, meaning that it is still very likely that this position is available. Now, one of my favorite features of this board is also the contact information section located within each posting. If you scroll down to this section, you'll notice that you have a name, and in almost every single instance, a personal work address, a work email address to use for contacting with any questions that you have. You'll also notice that in many postings, to apply, all you need to do is send your resume and cover letter to that individual, often bypassing the online application process. In the rare case that an individual's email is not listed here, you're still able to contact them by scrolling up to the top of the page and then clicking their name under the job details section, and then sending an email through our system. And lastly, we're in the very early stages of revamping our job board, offering new features such as keyword searches, job category selections, and more centralized and managed resume posts, as well as many other offerings. And now I'll turn it back over to Sharon to discuss our recently launched Ethics in Action blog.
Thank you, Annie. Yes, it was just last month that we launched the new Ethics in Action blog. And this is a blog that is designed to be a source of both learning and encouragement. So we have alumni who serve as guest bloggers, and I work with them as they prepare a single blog post. And the 3 ingredients for each and every blog post are their personal ethical dilemma. What was the situation that they faced in the course of their work that caused them to find themselves in an ethical dilemma? The second ingredient were the solutions. What were the solutions to that dilemma for them? And they share that in a very candid way. And the third and final ingredient are the key learnings. And that's a very, very important ingredient in the blog. What were the things that they learned through the course of that ethical dilemma? And in that way, we can leverage their learning, as I say, and also be a source of encouragement for the rest of us as we read and experience that situation. We then take the blog and we post it on the My Notre Dame website. As you go through to Connect and the Career and Professional Services, there it's listed on the left-hand side, the Ethics in Action blog. Today we've had 5 blog posts. They're posted here on the website. Individuals are able to respond in the comment field beneath the blog text. And we ask the same question as a part of each blog text, and that is, where do you stand? And that's the invitation for all of us to comment, to respond, to share our perspectives. And that happens both on the website, and then I post it in the Notre Dame Alumni Association's LinkedIn group with its more than 36,000 members. So these online dialogues are in both places and are vibrant, and I want to encourage everyone to join the discussion and share in the learning. And if you yourself are interested in writing a blog post, my email and information is on our website, and I invite you to consider doing that. The feedback I've received from the authors has been quite positive. I'd also like to spend a few minutes on the multimedia resources. This is a library of online resources that include things like videos, webinars from this very series, and links to articles, presentations that are career related. We also have job boards and job search tools available there. So let's start from the beginning. You can see at the top there on the website the Clear-Sighted Career Webinar Series. This launched in March of this year. They're 30-minute, very practical, targeted webinars that are focused on career and professional topics. They are free. They are available exclusively to our alumni. We record these webinars and post them so that individuals who participated are able to refresh or review. Those who aren't able to participate are able to see and hear it and benefit from it as well. So encourage you to take advantage of previous webinars. As you move through your career, these become more valuable at certain times and at certain junctures. We also have, as part of our multimedia resources library, a career transitions, and this is coming to us from the Mendoza College of Business. We have a few videos that are posted. They've added to their series, and so we will be posting more of these videos developed by Mendoza. So you can look for those here. We have articles and presentations. There's a variety of those that are all focused on career-related facets. And then lastly, we also have job search tools, and there's a whole host of these. And we make these available to our alumni. For example, Bridge My Career, the first listed there, is a tool that's been developed by a Notre Dame grad, and it involves several things, including a self-assessment that you then get a report that gives you a sense of your skills, your preferences, and with that profile, once that's generated in the system, then jobs that would potentially fit that profile are sent to you. And in addition to that, you have a self-assessment that gives you a little more insight into yourself. We have the Career Shift tool that's available to our alumni free. This is a service that is typically charged for. We're very pleased to offer that. And we have other tools that are offered to everyone, some that are specifically for individuals who have an MBA degree. So I encourage you to look at this table that summarizes the tools, the primary audience, and the utility or value that we believe that you will find in using that tool. So that concludes the virtual tour of our career and professional services that are provided by the Alumni Association as part of our mynotredame.nd.edu website. We encourage you to spend more time on our site and utilize these resources. So at this point, we are ready to take your questions. And in order for you to do that, to type them in, I'm going to ask you to submit your questions. But first, minimize your screen by clicking on the 4 inward pointing arrows. That icon is found in the upper right-hand part of your screen. By minimizing that, that will allow the Q&A section to be visible to you in the lower right-hand corner, and that is where you're going to want to go ahead and insert your questions. Give you just a moment to do that. So thank you for your questions. I'm going to read them, and Annie will respond. If there's any questions that we don't get to, Annie will handle those one-on-one. So the first question is, what is the process for the resume review?
Absolutely. So for a resume review, the first thing that we ask is for you to take a look at the recorded webinar that is posted to the multimedia section of the Career and Professional Services website. And take a look at that. It's a very quick 25-minute webinar with a few short minutes of Q&A at the end. And that gives you some basic advice on how to build your resume. So there's some great tips in there. It's a great baseline. And then from there, we ask you to send over the updates that you've made in a Word document to career@alumni.nd.edu, and we will take a comprehensive look at it and give you some feedback. And, you know, if a meeting needs to be set up to talk about that, we are absolutely happy to do that as well.
Great. We have a question from Mike. Do you have or recommend any resources for a midlife career changer trying to identify a new direction? And then he lists some assessment tools like Focus, My Plan, etc.
Absolutely. So there are quite a few tools that are out there on our website, some very good articles and presentations. But Mike, if this is something that you are interested in talking to someone directly about, you can certainly contact me, and we can discuss, you know, kind of some ideas that you have, what your goals are, your past history, and we can potentially set you up with our career coach, Bob Plain, who really specializes in helping individuals find that next step in their career in any stage that they're at.
Thank you, Mike, for that question. Another question coming in, what's the best way to connect with other Notre Dame alumni for career networking or jobs?
Yes, so that is a great question. I would say the best way to connect initially is via email, and to find the email addresses of individuals who you are looking to contact would be through using a combination of that linkedin.com/alumni tool, that we had gone through briefly earlier in combination with the Notre Dame directory search. So you can go in there and search through, you can go to LinkedIn, search through all of the alums who are listed in the industries, the companies, the positions that they're in now, and then you can take the information that you have there and actually place it into the directory search page and find email addresses. And then I would recommend sending a very short email introducing yourself, letting the individual know where you found their contact info, and then asking to set up a phone call or, if possible, an in-person meeting.
Wonderful. Thank you, Annie. I'm going to open a polling question and ask individuals this question. What tools or services are most useful? You can enter there multiple answers, whether it's the database, the advising, the job board, etc. What would you find most useful at this point in time in your career? As people are entering in their results, it looks like the career advising, the career coaching, this webinar series, the Clearsight webinar series, alumni database absolutely leading the charge there, and the webinars. Wonderful. Well, our aim is to give you a combination of tools, services, and resources that enable you to work independently and as you need them, and combine those with services, tools, and resources that are highly personalized through the one-on-one interactions with career advising, career coaching, and then also providing the opportunity to use technology and build a library of resources that meet people where they are in the course of their career. So thank you very much for your input on that polling question. So thank you very much for your participation in today's webinar. Annie is going to conclude our time together with some more helpful information for you.
All right, well, thank you everyone for joining today. And please don't forget to take advantage of all of these tools, resources, and services. And as always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me at the email address listed below here. And the recorded presentation will be available shortly on alumni.nd.edu/career under Multimedia Resources. We hope that you will all join us for the next installment of the Clear-Sighted Career Online Learning Series, which is titled Preparing for Career Transitions, presented by Bob Plain, class of '69, who is our certified career coach and consultant. It will be on Thursday, September 25th, from 12 to 12:30 Eastern Time, and an email will go out in the coming weeks. Thank you again, and have a wonderful rest of the day.